Good morning. Hold on a minute. Needed some volume. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the Crazy Creatives. So I know we've been missing in action for a while. I've had video problems, health problems between DA and myself, and it seems like when one of us felt good, the other didn't. So I am just going to just jump off the deep end and do this. So this is not going to be edited this morning. I apologize for that. I wanted to show off the books that we've been working on. Um, I have one, two, three, four anthologies. One, two, three, four of the children's books, and two of my dragon books, my dragon cat books. And I have a new cover for one of my dragon cat books. The other's not here yet. So I'm going to start with the flash fiction anthologies. This was the first one, and this is the old cover, if it will. I don't know. This is why I had problems with it. There it is. So, yep, it doesn't want to stay focused. I apologize for that. Um, this is the old cover. We do have a new one. Go look on Amazon. I'll link it in the description for the new one. It doesn't have this cover anymore. It has the same stories, just the new cover. The second one we did um, was our fall anthology, and that was volume two. And uh, myself, BeaDragonia, DA, and Lord David Howlett-Steward wrote in this one. This is a peek inside if I can get it to work. Don't do things backwards well. I decided to do the old-fashioned, if I can get it to focus, the old-fashioned inside covers on them. So I thought it was pretty that way. Then table of contents inside lists each story with the author's name under it, and I know it's really having problems. Focusing. Come on, focus, you thing. Here's another page. You can see, like, this one here as this story only has one author, but this story over here, which was listed, the name was listed down here, had several authors. So you can see that, like Grateful, Moonlight, Pumpkins, School, Shadows had two. So yeah, Webb had three. See, here was Webb. Had three authors, three different stories to go with it. So just FYI. I also started doing little pictures at the top of each story. Like this was Bonfire. There it is. So I found some little line art drawing that I made sure was free, but I did Google for these and found them online and included them at the top of each of the stories. Let me find it. It's not Bonfire. No, here's this one. Cauldron and Hazy, the stories, the images that fit. Yeah, if I can get it to focus. Well, I give up. All right, the next one we did was volume three, which was our holiday edition. And we had more authors this time. We added an Anna Frankel to the series. And like, here's an inside of it. Or David Howlett-Steward did this one, but I cannot. There it goes. Family. He wrote that one. It's a little bit thicker. There were more stories. Um, the inside of the cover, both front and back, again. And there's the back cover. There's the front cover. But inside, it also has the pictures or like the old-fashioned books used to do. We recently put out our 2026 edition, and it looked like this. There's the front and back cover, but it will not focus. I bought a brand new camera, by the way, to get that so that it would work. And yeah, it turned everything orange. I felt like, I don't know, there's Rose, and you can see the picture on it. This happens to be one that I wrote. So it also has the, find it. Has the inside decorative pages. Now, this is where it all started. This is the first book I published. Where have all the dragons gone? Beginning of the end. Um, oh, it actually tried to focus for a change, and of course it lost it. This was my original cover. It is the story of Enos and Midna and Link and how the dragons, because it starts out they are all dragons, became cats. I have since hired an artist and redid the entire cover on them. This is the new cover. Wow, it zoomed right in, didn't it? I didn't touch that thing, by the way. But this is the new cover. It shows the mind webs coming from Midna's mind that connected all the dragons. That's what this web on this page, this book, was supposed to represent as well. I know spider webs and dragons just made no sense. Everybody told me. So I hired someone to do the dragon, and this is what I came up with. This is the back cover. It's got a scroll, parchment scroll. It is available over on Amazon, and I'm hoping to start doing a reading on it soon. This is still the old cover. I do have a new one. It's just I don't have a copy of it yet. This is book 2, volume 2. It will be similar to that. If I have time, I'll drop the picture in here at the end of the new cover for it. But this is the new start. This is many hundreds and hundreds of years later, thousands of years actually, after Midnight changed the dragons into cats. So this picks up in current present day, more or less, with a young lady by the name of Moon and her meeting the dragon cats, who are definitely cats now, Midna and Link. And then I have my children's books, which are my other pen name. My little sister died right after she was born. She was born prematurely. She did not survive it. There was a car accident that threw my mother into the dashboard and put her into labor. So that created an issue. And she did not survive it in 1961. They didn't have the kind of things that they do today to keep babies alive. So my granddaughter, Moon, created the drawing on here. Please focus for me. Okay, maybe, maybe. Nope. Tilt it sometimes works. Any rate, you can go check it out on Amazon. She drew this cover for me. The pen name I chose was Cherry Wright, my little sister's name. It is the story of Cherry going to the library and getting her first library card, and the librarian writing her name on her library card, and her checking out her first books when she was 8 years old. And then she comes home and she reads all of the books. She's only allowed 3. They're over way too soon. So she's like, I can write a better story that's longer. So her grandfather goes and digs out the royal typewriter that he's had. It's like a 1940s version of typewriter and gives it to her and the paper. And she begins to write her own books. And she writes a story about a fairy in the garden, in the rose garden. She called it The Dragon and the Fairy. And I will admit, I absolutely cannot draw. That's why my granddaughter did this. That's why I hired an artist to do that. So if you see illustrations in my books, they are definitely made by AI. AI. I do all the writing, but I am not, not an artist. So, Margot in the Crystal Tower is the next book that I wrote. Come on, zoom back. There we go. Margot in the Crystal Tower is also by Cherry Wright. It is about a little girl who is all mad at herself because she misspelled a word when she gets off the school bus. And then she meets a crow and feeds him cookie crumbs. And in turn, he gives her a crystal in the dirt. She digs the crystal out and it grows into a giant tower. And there's a white dragon in it. And the white dragon and the crow is actually a black dragon. They're brothers and they start to fight. And everywhere they touch one another, color spills out because white is the absence of all color and black is all colors. And if you mix the two together, you get all the colors. So it is a story of learning not to fight and managing to, here's the back cover, how to get along and the colors of the rainbow. The next one I wrote, oh, by the way, the first book I wrote for Cherry, this book I wrote for my great niece, Margot, and this one I wrote for my great grandson, Colton. He adores monster truck races. And you can't see it because it keeps zooming in too far. So he goes to the races and he's watching the races with his dad. And he feels magic in his hands and looks down and his truck has become magic and he disappears. He ends up in winning the race and celebrating with his dad. So it's Colton's big day. I have a couple other books too, but I just don't have them physically. So this is Carter's Farm. It is a smaller version because he is only 3. So it's a 6x6 book, also written by Cherry. It tells the story of Carter getting out of bed. His slipper shoes are missing. The dog has took off of them, but he gets them. And he goes about his day doing his chores, cutting the grass, mowing the grass down, pumping water for the cows, milking the cows, going fishing, picking vegetables in the garden with the help of the dog, milking the cows. And at the end of his long day of chores, him and his dog curl up in the chair to read a book. And there's the back. And I also have one called Tucker's Ducky to the Rescue, which is about bullying, and you can find it over on Amazon as well. I am trying to get some illustrations done that are not AI because all of the kids' books are AI. But trying to get my granddaughter to finish Isabel and the Panda Posse, which I wrote a very long time ago. Just haven't gotten the rest of the images finished. Um, I did hire a nice young lady. She's 16, very artistic. She's working on redoing all of the pictures for Carter's Farm. But go looking for them. If you get a chance, look for BeaDragonia, look for Where Have All the Dragons Gone? There's two books in the series. I'm currently working on book three, hopefully to have it finished soon. I have five books: Carter, Colton, Margot, The Library Door, and Tucker. Yeah, five books under Cherry Wright. They're all children's books. And I've got the four, currently working on a fifth of the flash fiction anthology. So I have a website, BeaDragonia, that you can go to, BeaDragonia on Facebook. And if you want to join in and be in our anthology short stories, please go over, post a story, drop it, I'll include it. Also, in working on my Dragon Cat story, I am looking for people to send me stories. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it's raining here in Missouri. I'm looking for people to send me their life stories. I don't care how old you are, but I figured if you were 65 or older, you might have a very long life, and I'm going to use some of the stories to put into my Dragon Cat stories. They are individual stories of the dragons as they live different lives in their cats over the years through the centuries. Some of this I have to make up, but I'd like to put some real humanity and history and emotions in them. But in exchange for borrowing your story, I would take everything that you give me, I will turn it into a book, and I will publish it and send it to you free of charge. You just have to tell me your story. I will organize it. I will format it. I'll send it back to you so that you can look at it and make sure that there's nothing in it that you don't want in it. If you want something added, I can take care of that. But you get all editorial rights. It is your book, your story. It's a chance for you to tell your family, your friends, everybody your life. And I will take the stories and I will put them into a book. And all I'm asking in the end is that I won't use your name. I'll just use parts of it so that I can change it a little bit and use maybe the experiences as a foundation for my dragons as cats to interact with their humans. So sorry for the delay in having been missing so long. Again, I apologize. You guys have a great day. We'll see you hopefully soon. We're trying to get everything together. As I said, I've not felt real good. TA's been feeling a bit under the weather and under a lot of stress here lately. So, but let's go. Go right. Maybe the next episode we'll get back to the other stuff. This was just something I could do on the fly this morning. So I felt like we had been AWOL without a cause for way too long, and I thought I'd fill you guys in. So love y'all. Keep writing, keep typing. Don't forget, the only person that can write that book is you. You are the only one with that story to tell. And come see us soon. We'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. And remember, keep on being crazy and creative.